Hi guys. So today I want us to have a very live conversation about something that is happening in our country right now, about the high statistics of teenage pregnancies. I feel like we really need to talk about teenage pregnancies more because we have more statistics of teenage pregnancies more than even COVID itself, and we're here fighting COVID. So this is a topic that really needs to be talked about. We really need to engage more on this, and so it's really wanting with the high statistics. So about our young girls, I think we as parents back at home, we have more responsibilities or rather responsibility of our children more than teachers in school. So what happens when we have our girls around at home? And how do we even raise our girls? I think we need to raise a generation of girls who are so confident over themselves, who are really know what is happening to them and can really talk about what is happening to them. Because I had a case about one child who is 13 years, who was being molested by her own father for over 1 year. So then I was left thinking, this girl is always with the mother. The mother always feels like this girl is so open to her, or rather this girl is too innocent. But this girl is dying inside. It's something that she has never known until recently, when she got the husband molesting the child inside the house while she was asleep. So coming to think of something like that, then I was left wondering, okay, how are we even raising our girls? I mean, I think we need to raise a generation of girls who are so confident about themselves, who can really open up and speak to the troubles or the problems that they're going through. And again, when I was growing up, my mom she'll never let me put on anything open, anything short in front of my siblings who are men, who are my brothers and my dad and even my uncles. So then now I see children, you let your child just walk around almost half naked. She's 6 years and we feel like, no, my girl is still very young, my girl, nobody will even look at her. But hey, this is a new generation. A very small girl walking around like that with people who, I don't know, I think it's a devilish mind, or I don't know what it gets into men, who are even eyeing that small girl, who you feel is so innocent, nobody will look at her. But hey, I think we need to up our game on this. I mean, we need to put those morals. We can't really bring up our children the way we were raised when we were young, but I think we can try on something like on dressing, on how we let our children interact too much to strangers or even other people in the house who are of opposite sex. I mean, you just can't let your children be so open with their brothers, because now this is another generation we're raising and we can't just assume things. I mean, we are having this kind of ideology where, I don't know, it's kind of a certain mentality that we need to raise our children, let them free and let them open. And I think this is really this is really getting down to us. So I think we need to raise our children with some certain level of letting them know that this is wrong and this is right. And with the generation that we're raising right now, I feel like we need to let our children know that this is it. I mean, when we were being raised, my mom wouldn't have such conversations with me because that was then. And I had to learn these things on my own when I was a big adult. But now, right now, with our children, I mean, these children know that this and this is there. So why don't we let our children know that, yes, this is there, but this is how you need to protect yourself. This is how you need to be careful, So I think we need to open up and raise our children knowing that they need to be careful of themselves and that this is it. Other than the kind of conversations that we want to make our children feel like, no, you shouldn't really be thinking of that, you're still very young to talk about that, you shouldn't even be having such a kind of thing in your mind. I think that is just a no. And this should also go back to school. I mean, I think with our current system, we also need to incorporate sex education into our schools, because when we teach our children about reproduction, yes, that is right, and that they need to know what is happening to their bodies when they're growing. But I think with this kind of generation that we're raising, these children have the right knowledge about their bodies and that what is happening. And now, what else after they know that whatever is happening to their bodies, that is what leads to them thinking of sex. So I think also we need to incorporate this in schools, or rather in our curriculum. These children need to know about their reproduction, need to know about what is happening to their bodies, what is going to happen if they engage in sex, what is going to happen if they engage in sex without protection. They need to know about STIs, they need to know about HIV and AIDS, because when you talk about pregnancies alone, when we have statistics about pregnancy, we don't have statistics about STI and HIV AIDS. So I think we really need to talk about this more. Okay, apart from us talking about more of this, I think let's say when our children right now are at home, and we go to work and we leave them at home, and how are you sure about what your children are doing at home? What are we really doing with our children at home? How are we engaging our children at home? Are we engaging them with activities to keep them active, to make them be more active with more other things other than them sitting on the television the whole day? Because take for example, you leave your child on the television the whole day with a house girl. How sure are you about what the child is looking at when you're away? So I think we really need to have a closer look to what our children are viewing, because I think when children are growing, they tend to have more thoughts about what they see, and whatever they see is whatever they have in their mind. So take for example an advert. Most of these adverts that we see, do you think that some of them are just not right for our children? So I think yesterday I was going through my Twitter and I was seeing about our CS who wants to ban pornography, and then I was left like thinking, yes, that could be one thing that we need to do about banning pornography sites, banning things which look pornographic. And yeah, but again, think of those children who are in the interior, maybe not even maybe children who are in the interior who don't even have access to the internet, who don't even have access to television. Then I was left wondering, like, okay, what about these children? They don't even have access to the pornography. So where do they get the knowledge about sex from? So it's something that we really need to talk about. Us banning pornography is really, really okay, but there are those who are not even exposed to it. So how do they even get knowledge about it? This is something that we really need to talk about. We really need to know. But again, yes, the most important thing about this is sex education, and let's engage our children more. Let's engage them with even more activities to keep them more active, because the kind of generation that right now we are raising, these children really want to know what is happening, really want to try new things. And yeah, this trying new things is not bad, but let them know that trying these new things has consequences too. Let us talk to them about the consequences that they can have. And I think with that, we raise children who are more informed, children who know about what they want in life, what they really can do not to get into such acts. And we can raise very nice children. So, and again, as I end this, I think we really need to also focus on our boy child. Do you think that we've really forgotten about the boy child a lot, and we really talk about the girl child? And now this girl child is not getting themselves pregnant. There's also the boy child. So I think we also need to engage the boy child. Boy child also needs to know about these things also. Boy child also needs to know about the consequences of these things too. A boy child needs to know that they are growing, and that this is going to happen to them, but they shouldn't engage into this. But if they engage into this, might make a girl pregnant, might get HIV and AIDS, might get STIs, and yes, let us be more open to our girls and our boys too. Let's not leave the boys alone, because boys could also be raped. How are we sure that our boys, that we raise a generation of boys who don't even talk, because men are always like that? So how are we sure that our men are not being affected? Just that we don't have statistics about it, or rather, because boys don't get pregnant. But what else happens to our boy child? So let's not leave this boy child behind. Let's also talk to the boy child too. Anyway, I think we really need to really have a conversation about this. Let's engage more in this. But I feel that we really need to do something, because this is really getting bad, and this is our generation. This is our generation to come. So I think we should really do something about this. Anyway, I hope this was helpful, and I'm glad that you watched this. Ciao.
Tell me why I'm falling. Oh, life's cold.